Have you ever felt stuck? I do not mean stuck in traffic. I mean existentially stuck. You know that feeling, right? It is 3 in the morning. The house is quiet. The only light in the room is the blue glow of your phone screen. You are scrolling. Just scrolling. And in the back of your mind, there is this tiny, nagging voice. A voice that whispers, you were supposed to be more than this. You were supposed to write that book by now. You were supposed to launch that business. You were supposed to be in shape, traveled, and happy. But you aren't. You are just here. Waiting. Waiting for a sign. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for the right time. But here is the brutal truth that nobody wants to tell you, and honestly, it might hurt to hear. The right time is a myth. And while you are waiting for it, something else is growing in the dark. Something dangerous. Let me tell you a story about a guy named Tyler. And as you listen, I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to ask, is this story about him? Or is it about me? Tyler lived in Chicago. He was 26 years old. A smart guy. Really smart. If you met him at a party, you would think he was the next tech billionaire. He had the vocabulary. He had the vision. He could talk for hours about disrupting the industry and leveraging AI and building a legacy. Ah well, he would tell himself, stretching his arms. I miss the morning flow. I am hungry. I will grab lunch, get a workout in, and I will really crush it tonight. I am a night owl anyway. That is when the geniuses work. But he would not work at night. He would order takeout, watch a season of a show he did not even like, and fall asleep feeling heavy. Heavy with the weight of things he did not do. This went on for 3 years. 3 years. Tyler was not lazy. At least, he did not think he was. In his head, he was busy. He was planning. He was strategizing. But in the real world, he was rotting. One rainy Tuesday in November, the doorbell rang. It was a sharp, jarring sound that cut through the silence of the apartment. Tyler jumped. He was in his boxers, eating cereal, at 1 in the afternoon. He scrambled to find pants, threw on a hoodie, and opened the door. Standing there, dripping wet, holding a black umbrella, was Marcus. Now, Marcus was different. Marcus was Tyler's old mentor from his first internship. Marcus was a guy cut from granite. He was 50-something. Hands rough from work. Eyes sharp as steel. He did not talk about hustle culture. He just built things. He owned a construction company, a logistics firm, and a bakery. Why a bakery? Because he liked bread. That is the kind of guy Marcus was. If he wanted it, he made it. Marcus? Tyler stammered. What are you doing here? Marcus collapsed the umbrella. Shake. Shake. I was in the neighborhood, Ty. Checking on a site. Thought I would see if the next big tech mogul wanted to grab coffee. But Marcus looked Tyler up and down. He looked at the cereal bowl on the floor. He looked at the dark apartment, the curtains drawn against the midday sun. Looks like I caught you at a bad time, Marcus said. But he did not leave. He walked right in. Look down there, Marcus commanded. Tyler looked. It was a mess. Garbage cans, puddles, and weeds. Massive, thick vines of ivy crawling up the brick wall, choking the life out of the drain pipes. That ivy? Marcus said. That is laziness. That is comfort. Marcus turned to face Tyler, dead in the eyes. You do not have to water the ivy, Tyler. You do not have to feed it. You do not have to take care of it. You just have to do nothing. If you sit still, if you stop moving, the ivy grows. It creeps in. It covers the windows. It blocks the light. It pulls the bricks out of the wall until the whole house collapses. Marcus picked up the dead potted plant and dropped it into the trash can. Thud. You think you are waiting for the right time, Marcus said. But you are not waiting. You are being strangled. And the worst part? You are enjoying the feeling. Marcus left 5 minutes later. He did not stay for coffee. He did not offer a hug. He just walked out into the rain, leaving Tyler alone in the silence. But something had changed. The air in the apartment felt different. Stale. Suffocating. Tyler sat back down in his expensive ergonomic chair. He reached for the mouse to open a video game, just to numb the feeling. Just to escape for a few hours. But his hand froze. He looked at the screen. He saw the ivy in his mind. He realized Marcus was right. Every hour he spent consuming content, every hour he spent planning without doing, was just fertilizer for the weeds. He was not building a future. He was burying it. Suddenly, the apartment felt terrifying. The comfort, the soft chair, the warm hoodie, it did not feel safe anymore. It felt like a coffin. "No," Tyler whispered. He stood up. "No." He grabbed the mouse. He did not open the game. He right-clicked on it. Uninstall. "Are you sure?" "Yes." He went to his browser. All those bookmarks? Ideas? Inspiration? Delete. 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 His heart was racing. It felt panic-inducing. This was his safety blanket. This was his identity. If he was not the guy planning the startup, who was he? Just a guy with nothing? Yes, just a guy with nothing. And that was the only place he could start. He opened a blank document. Just a white page. A terrifying, empty white page. He did not write a business plan. He did not design a logo. He wrote one single sentence of code. Then another. Then another. It was hard. It was boring. It was not fun like the movies. There was no montage music. His back hurt. His brain felt foggy. He wanted to check his phone so bad his hands were shaking. But he remembered the ivy. If I stop, it grows. So he kept typing. Let us fast forward. Not 10 years. Just 6 months. Tyler did not become a billionaire overnight. That is a fairy tale, and this is real life. But the apartment was different. The curtains were open. The air was fresh. The expensive gaming PC? Gone. Replaced by a simple laptop and a whiteboard covered in messy scribbles. Tyler looked different too. He looked tired. But it was a good tired. The kind of tired you feel after climbing a mountain, not the kind you feel after sleeping for 12 hours. He was meeting Marcus for lunch. When Marcus walked in, he saw Tyler sitting at a booth, typing furiously. Tyler did not even notice Marcus arrive until he sat down. "Hey," Marcus said, placing a coffee on the table. Tyler looked up. His eyes were bright. Focused. "Hey, Marcus. Look. I wanted to show you the beta version. It is ugly, the interface is clunky, but it works. I actually got my first 3 users yesterday." Marcus looked at the screen. It was not a fantasy anymore. It was real. It was small, it was imperfect, but it existed in the real world. Marcus smiled. A real, rare smile. "You killed the ivy," Marcus said quietly. "What?" Tyler asked, confused. "The weeds," Marcus said. "You stopped feeding them. Now you are finally growing the orchid." Tyler paused. He looked at his hands. "It is hard, Marcus. Every day, I want to quit. Every morning, I want to just lie in bed and scroll. The ivy is still there, waiting." "It always will be," Marcus replied. "Laziness does not die, kid. It just waits for you to get weak. You have to wake up every single morning, grab your machete, and chop it back. That is the rent you pay for success. And rent is due every day. So, let us bring this back to you. You, listening to this right now. Maybe you are lying in bed. Maybe you are on the bus. Maybe you are sitting at a desk that looks a lot like Tyler's, surrounded by projects you have not finished. You have a choice to make. And you have to make it right now. You have 2 seeds in your pocket. One is your ambition. It is that fragile, beautiful dream you are scared to touch. The other is your comfort. Your excuses. Your procrastination. The ivy. Most people will choose the ivy. Why? Because it is easy. It feels good. It asks nothing of you. You can float through life, safe, warm, and numb. But if you choose that path, I promise you one thing. 10 years from now, you will look in the mirror and you will see a stranger. You will see someone who had potential but chose comfort. And that is a pain worse than any hard work. So, here's my challenge to you. When this video ends, do not click on the next one. Do not scroll down to the comments. Do not share this with a friend. Put the phone down. Turn it off. Look at the thing you have been avoiding. The email. The workout. The book. The conversation. And take one step. Just one. Chop the vine. Water the seed. Because the weeds are growing, my friend. And they are moving faster than you think. Wake up.